My 11-year-old came home, but her key didn't fit. She waited in the rain for 5 hours while my mother yelled, "You and your dad don't live here anymore." When my daughter told me, I didn't shout. I just said, "Understood." 3 days later, my mother called me with her lawyer, screaming and panicking. My 11-year-old daughter came home soaking wet, shivering, her backpack dripping water all over my apartment floor. "My key didn't work," she said quietly. "Grandma changed the locks." My blood ran cold. "How long were you out there?" "5 hours." She looked out the window and yelled that we don't live there anymore. She said, "You're a deadbeat and I should go find you." My daughter had stood in the rain for 5 hours at the house I'd been paying the mortgage on for 15 years. The house my mother lived in rent-free. The house that was in my name. "Did anyone help you?" I asked, wrapping her in towels. Mrs. Chen next door finally saw me and let me use her phone. She gave me money for the bus. I didn't shout. I didn't cry. I didn't break things. I just said, "Understood." My daughter looked confused by how calm I was. She didn't understand that fury this cold doesn't explode outward. It calculates. I made her hot chocolate and ordered pizza, tucked her into bed early, told her everything would be okay. Then I went to my filing cabinet. See, my mother didn't know something important. The house was in my name because I'd bought it for her after my father died. She'd begged me, said she couldn't afford rent anywhere. I'd paid the down payment, paid the mortgage every month for 15 years, paid the property taxes, paid for repairs. She'd contributed nothing. She lived there free because I was her son, and she just locked my child out in the rain. I called my lawyer first thing the next morning. "I need someone evicted. How fast can we do this? If you own the property and they're not on the lease, pretty fast, 30 days usually. Make it faster. She endangered my child. I want her out in 2 weeks. I'll file an emergency eviction today." Next, I called a locksmith, had him meet me at the house while my mother was at her book club. Changed every lock, every single one. Then I went inside and started packing her things into boxes. I wasn't cruel about it. I just packed efficiently. I left her clothes, her photos, her important documents all neatly boxed in the living room. But I took back everything I'd bought, the TV, the furniture, the kitchen appliances. All of it had been purchased with my money over the years. I left her with exactly what she'd brought into this house 15 years ago. Almost nothing. I put a formal eviction notice on the door, along with my lawyer's contact information. Then I left. My mother called me 2 hours later, absolutely hysterical. "You can't do this. This is my home." "No," I said calmly. "It's my house. You were a guest. Guests don't lock out 11-year-olds in the rain." "She's fine. Stop being so dramatic." "She waited 5 hours in a thunderstorm because you changed the locks and screamed at her through a window." I was angry. "You haven't visited in weeks. I've been working double shifts to pay your mortgage. The mortgage on the house you just locked my daughter out of. You can't evict me. I have rights." "Actually, you don't. You're not on the deed. You never paid a single mortgage payment. You have no lease." My lawyer checked everything. "Where am I supposed to go?" "I don't know. Maybe one of your book club friends will take you in. The ones you've been telling that I'm a deadbeat who abandoned you." Silence. Mrs. Chen told me everything. How you've been bad-mouthing me to the neighbors for months. How you told everyone I dumped you here and never visit. I didn't mean, "You have 2 weeks. After that, the sheriff will remove you." She started crying. The manipulative kind. "Please, I'm your mother. I raised you alone after your father died. And I bought you a house, paid for it for 15 years, let you live completely free. And you repaid me by abusing my daughter." "I didn't abuse. You left an 11-year-old child in the rain for 5 hours. In a thunderstorm. She could have gotten hypothermia. She could have been taken by someone. But you didn't care because you were angry at me. I'm sorry. Tell it to the judge if you contest the eviction." I hung up. She called back 50 times that day. I blocked her number. 3 days later, my phone rang from an unknown number. I answered. "This is attorney Michelle Parks representing Mrs. Sandra Chen." My mother was screaming in the background. "Tell him he can't do this." "Mr. Chen," the lawyer continued professionally, "your mother has retained me to fight this eviction. However, after reviewing the facts, I need to inform her that she has no legal standing. The property is solely in your name. She has no lease agreement, and she hasn't contributed financially. Unless you're willing to negotiate, I'm not. Understood. I'll be withdrawing from this case." "Mrs. Chen, as I explained, you don't have a case. I can't take your money for something we'll lose." "Oh." My mother grabbed the phone. "You're putting your own mother on the street." "No," I said. "You put yourself there when you locked out my daughter in the rain." Full story on the channel linked below.